Hi. Anyway, Arlecchino was just dropped an hour ago. And I am going to pull for her and also play her story quest, because I'm pretty sure there's a new boss, which is different, because normally it's Archon story quest, and then point 6 is Act 2, and then new weekly boss. But now it's this, so I do respect them. Oh god, why am I like semi-burping? I do respect Hoyo for kind of like doing different stuff regarding it. I respect that. I haven't watched the character demo yet. I might just maybe I'll react to it after. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, the polling part, the part that is the most fun, except for the fact that it's guaranteed, because I was polling for Chiori when she released because I wanted to get Chiori, and it was met with not good results. Anyway, let's just count my pity up. 40. 50. 50, okay. Yeah, I got a fucking D-Luke. D-Luke's not bad. D-Luke, a D-Luke constellation I am more than fine with, compared to if I got, like, Chi-Chi, or... Yeah, just Chi-Chi, actually. Just Chi-Chi. Or, like, I guess a really shitty 5-star weapon. But anyway, because of that, I'm pretty much guaranteed Arlecchino, unless it goes to 90, which it won't. It will not. It never goes to 90. It's not happening. Anyway, as far as 4 stars, I want Lynette's in particular, because her C6 sounds fun, where it's kind of like bootleg Kazuha. That's Jesus skill, that's Fermine. It's also 2 4 stars, so I guess I can't complain too much, but I also can't complain because I want to, so fucking kidding me? Why is Fermine? You've got to be kidding me. This is 70. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's just a Xiangling. Hell yeah, love that. I might do single pulls now, just to see where it goes to. So, 71. Nope. Burst. 72. Lynette? Perhaps? Stupid sword. Love it. 73. Okay. 4. It's probably not gonna be 4, but... It would be early, but like barely. 75. Nope. Alright. 6. Any of these could be it. There we go. 76.
I am the knave, Arlecchino, 4th of the Fatui Harbingers. The children of the House of the Hearth call me Father. I do hope our partnership proves to be a pleasant one, although I would imagine that should be fairly easy. After all, there's no cause for contention between us at the moment. Wouldn't you agree?
Yep. Nice, Acronaut. Are you perhaps an emanator? Nihility? Mayhaps? Yes. It's funny seeing just the big fucking circles. Like, oh, who's that? You can't even see her, like, silhouette at all. Because normally you can see the character silhouette just a little bit. Or at least this shape is more not just circle. I don't mind it. This is funny. I have Arlecchino now. I'm not going for a weapon. That's such a... That'd be such a bad idea. Because the odds of me getting Linny's bow or some other weapon is dangerous. Part of me kind of wants to pull for it, but I also kind of want Chlorand. So,
This will be a productive partnership, I hope.
Yes, mayhaps.
I have high hopes for this journey.
I want a. I think.
For justice.
Yeah, justice. Where's Toma at? I can't see.
I guess the housework can wait.
Yes, I can. Thank you for that. Deploy. I'm pretty sure. Well, looked like a save. Oh, it's yellow. Safe. It's funny seeing it as just a fucking regular spear, but I'm gonna swap it with. Let's do this first, and then. Oh, it's yellow still. I thought. Whatever. Yeah.
Laid bare.
Oh, she can fly. What happened? Just by holding the charge attack? Oh, this is awkward. I can fly, but not really. Awesome. Alright, dailies were claimed. Can I ascend her a bit? I didn't really perform much, so. Whoa, glitched. Agony alone may be repaid.
Always keep moving forward. Never let yourself be constrained by power.
Okay. But power is how I get you stronger, though. You know? Did I skip her line here? I probably did, didn't I? Oh, no, I didn't. Who does she talk about? A lot of fucking people. Lenny, Lynette, Fremine, Nervillette, Fiorina, Tsaritsa, Jester, Captain, Doctor, yeah, all the Fatus, Regrator, Fairly Child, and then other stuff. I'm surprised she does. Well, I guess not. New mat. Some golems. A prerequisite quest. Oh, lovely. Rainbow Rose, found in the Barrel region. I have a few of those. Can I grow those? I think I can, probably. Anyway, I'm just gonna swap my team to a team that's competent enough to just get shit done. Because I don't feel like wasting my time trying to use Arlecchino on the fucking world quest, story quest, whatever the words. I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to spend my time on that. So let's get that. Holy shit, that is a different color scheme. She has the circle still, so that probably explains it. It's just like, damn. Ignis Purgatorius, when the heart flame goes out, except it's a fine day, yes, a fine day for a short up swan. Focus experience. Yes, I'm glad that's a thing. Oh my god, I hated it when it was like done for fuck stupid shit.
Huh, it's been a while since we visited Poisson. Maybe we should head over and have a look around.
I hated it when it was just like conflicting with the shit for I think the Fontaine main Archon quest. There's just some guy I had to do a mission for. It was just really annoying. Or is it Fiorina's mission? I forget. But either way, it was so ugh. I remember it for Tainari. That was horrible. I had to flip-flop between Sumeru and Tainari. God damn. How dumb is that? Now I'm just waiting, patient, for a chance to claim my dailies. And then I'll go to Poisson. I don't know. I'm like, not looking forward to to the dialogue to some extent. I've been spoiled so hard by Honkai Star Rail. I don't know if I can do this. I probably can, but it's just like, oh god. Oh, whatever. I said I'd be playing it. I don't know if I'll do all of it, but I'll play through it. At least enough that I feel like I did a good chunk of it. And then I'll probably just grind for Arlecchino stuff off stream. Because, yeah. I don't know. I'd rather do, like, exploration stuff for Honkai on stream rather than Genshin. That's just my personal preference. Anyway, show me the cutscene, dialogue, stuff. Please. Or black screen. Oh, there we are. Hey, Lenny.
Traveler, Paimon.
Hey, Blade.
Oh, Paimon knows that voice.
Over here.
Wave, hello. Lenny! Traveler
To borrow
to
one of the more
paradise is a
popular
ritual.
turns of phrase at the moment, this appears to be quite the fated reunion. Running into you two out of the blue like this has really made my day. I certainly wasn't expecting it.
Oh.
You can say that again. What brings you to Poisson? Wait, Paimon's got it. You must be here for one of your magic shows, right?
Fatui business.
Actually, we've run into a bit of trouble on the home front, so Father arranged for us to stay in Poisson for the time being.
Oh, are Lynette and Fremine here too?
Yep, along with most of the other members of the House of the Hearth.
I killed one of
You
them.
may have noticed Poisson
Actually, I
seems
let
a
him go,
bit
but he
more
died anyway.
crowded than usual.
So you're saying nearly the entire organization has moved to Poisson? Sounds like you've run into way more than just a bit of trouble. What's really going on?
Well...
Since the two of you are so curious, perhaps I can fill in the gaps.
Oh, the music stopped.
You scared Paimon half to death.
Father, you're here.
Very eerie.
You know, on second thought, maybe we don't need to know. It's all probably super confidential House of the Hearth stuff, right? We totally weren't trying to pry or anything.
No need to be nervous. I could sense your genuine concern from your conversation just now.
Oh, wow.
Of course. I can also understand your confusion. Sending so many Fatui here to Poisson, it's only natural that some might suspect an ulterior motive to be involved.
Well, we are a little curious. Yeah, I'm curious. What the hell happened? What happened? What the hell happened for everyone to just
I
up and
understand.
leave, huh?
I'm well aware you've had your fair share of confrontations with the Fatui in the past, and I can't exactly guarantee that we'll remain on good terms in the future.
But you're a playable
As
character,
for
so...
right now, however, I would say we have little reason to be at odds, wouldn't you agree? The House of the Hearth could stand to be more open with those who have worked so closely with us in the past. As for the issue at hand, well, it hardly relates to any ulterior motive. To be frank, it all stems from a certain rumor circulating around the House of the Hearth. It's an internal matter.
What sort of rumor?
A rumor that a certain phantom child is
I
hiding
know
away
I've said this
in the
before.
House of the Hearth.
But Honkai just blows the lip syncing out of the water. Some sort of ghost story, maybe?
A phantom child? Ooh, just hearing the name is giving Paimon the creeps.
A spirit that should have long
Child,
ceased
but
to
as a
exist
ghost?
is lurking in the shadows of the House of the Hearth. So I decided to bring the children to Poisson before continuing to investigate the situation. I expect I should be able to track down the spirit fairly quickly. After that, it's just a matter of resolving the situation. if you
Killing it.
will.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be much trouble at all. If you're curious, or if you still have some concerns, it might be advisable to stick around for a few days. I'm sure the children would be exceedingly pleased to welcome some visitors. Lenny, I'll leave you to entertain our guests. I have some matters to attend to.
Of course, Father.
Well, what leads us to follow Arlecchino, though? Right? There's something that makes us follow her. I'm assuming. I couldn't help but feel intimidated during that conversation with the knave. Now that she's gone, it feels like I could finally breathe again. Damn. Lost the intimidation check. She also suggested that we stick around for a few days. But why?
It has long been a dream of mine to invite you to our home and introduce you to my other siblings.
If they aren't
You're
playable, you
quite
can
well known
fuck
in the
off.
organization already. A lot of people have been talking about you, especially after everything with the prophecy. If you're willing, why don't you stay a while and have a little chat with us?
Alright. We don't have anything else to do right now anyway. But let's be clear, we're just gonna be there as guests, okay? Don't get any funny. Oh, wait a second. For your guests, that probably means we'll be treated to lots of yummy food, right?
Of course. During our stay in Poisson, we've been helping out the locals with some fishing. We bring in quite the bounty every day. In fact, today is the perfect chance for me to show you what I can do in the kitchen.
Wow.
Let's go. I'll take you to where we're staying.
Which is... Where's Navia? You're telling me that leader of the Spina di Risula is not here? Be a house guest. I don't like how you quote the house. Like the house of Hearth. Father. Mother. It's funny how Arlecchino does refuse to call herself mother, because I'm assuming it's because she hates mother a lot. Mother suck. I don't know why I'm talking like this. Maybe it's because I'm tired. Probably.
We rented this house from one of the locals to use as a temporary base.
Oh,
I'll
is this
come
the
back
one that
later
we
and
used
tidy
to
up a bit.
move your
After that, it should be all ready for
feels
you
like
to
it.
stay in tonight.
Awesome, thanks! So, where are we off to now?
Well, when I happened to run into you two earlier, I was actually in the middle of distributing some supplies.
Wow.
With this many people staying in Poisson, we have to bring in outside supplies every now and then. I should probably make sure the rest of these provisions get delivered. Otherwise, people might start to get antsy.
Can I just skip that and go straight to the house? Probably not, huh?
There are all sorts of rumors about your organization floating around out there. Paimon's not sure if she could even take a wild guess as to what's true and what's not. But now that we finally have the chance to see a day in the life of the house, we can take a good look at how you operate.
Well, you're
What's
more
the
than
kid
welcome
running
to come
backwards?
along. Just follow me.
You see, in the House of the Hearth, we just distribute supplies to each other. That's all we do. Sometimes we do some special stuff, but mostly we just distribute supplies. Right? That's how they operate. What's up with this? In battle? Huh. Oh, I can get a wish for enhancing 8. Why? Ugh. Ew. Disgusting. That's the in-battle? Fucking kidding me. Help Lenny distribute the supplies. Wow, look at these members of the House of the Hearth that I care so much
Lenny!
about.
We're finally here. The supplies. I'm assuming you've...
Brought them with me? Yep, here you go. Hello? Something caught your eye?
I realize I'm going into
It's
this
the
with a very
Traveler
negative
in
mindset.
Paimon!
No way!
Now that I think about it, maybe I should be a little more open.
Come
I
here,
don't.
everyone! Hurry!
But at the same time,
The
don't.
Traveler and
Hush,
Paimon
shut
are here!
Please, please. You can come. You can come here all at once, so I could just get right through to cut to brass tacks. You know.
One at a time, please.
No, don't do one at a
crowd
time.
around
Don't,
them all
don't,
at once.
don't do one at a
Don't
time.
want to scare off our guests now, do we?
Oh, it's alright! Gotta say, Paimon didn't realize we were this famous.
We've been through 4 regions,
Of course.
Paimon.
Father and Lenny have told us so much about you.
Father told us about how you helped Lenny. According to her, you're a trustworthy friend. And as far as she's concerned, that's pretty much the highest compliment we've ever heard her give.
Oh,
As you can imagine,
friend.
everyone's been very curious about you.
I I heard the Traveler is so strong that he can move a mountain with his bare hands. I heard Paimon eats so much that she can clean out the entire pantry at Hotel de Boer in just 3 days. Wait a second! That's the rumor you heard about Paimon? Oh, not cool at all!
I hate that. This would have been so good if there was a dialogue choice just like, yeah, I could do that. Mine's also a bit of a stretch.
Oh, wait! When guests visit, you're supposed to give them gifts and stuff, right?
No, you don't have to.
Oh, we don't need something like that.
But if you do give me
Besides,
something,
we don't have anything to give to you.
3 more trips.
Come on.
I'm always down for that.
insist. I can give you some of my new potions. Just pick your poison. And by that, I mean medicine or actual poison. I've got both. Huh?
That's-
Or maybe Shaplo can teach you guys about stealth. He's super good at it. He's never been caught.
Ah, now that's not a bad idea. I know you usually prefer to fight head-on, but it never hurts to expand your bag of tricks, right? When it comes to eliminating your enemies, staying quiet can go a long way. Trust me, I would know.
Is that Alfred? Is that Alfred's voice from Fire Emblem Engage?
I was poisoned not too long ago, and I'm still dealing with the after effects. So I'm not
We
quite as
fight
good
for
as I was
peace. Oh,
before,
I can hear it.
but
I can see it.
I can still give you some pointers.
Wait. When you said gifts, Paimon didn't think you meant poison and stealth tactics. But those are the best things we can give you. You don't like them? Ooh, how about this? Tell me the name of someone who really annoys you, and we'll teach him a lesson for you.
I do like their mindset. Or their upbringing. Dangerous suggestions keep on
All
coming
right, Fold, Selwar.
one after another.
I think that's
Something's
enough
wrong.
suggestions for now. When it comes to being a good host, it's the thought that counts. You don't need a physical gift to make our guests happy. In fact, pestering them with suggestion after suggestion might make them more annoyed than anything. I would say your enthusiasm has certainly gotten across.
Really?
We definitely feel the love.
Awesome! It's been so long since we have had guests to play with. If there's anything you need, just let us know.
You almost sound like you would kill me.
Especially if it's poison or something. I've got all sorts of potions for that.
Great.
Well, we'll talk to you all
Great.
later. We've still got supplies to distribute.
All right, see you later.
Those two guys did not talk at all. They were just standing there.
Bye!
Oh, they didn't even talk there.
Lenny, about all that poison and stealth tactics talk just now.
Scared you, did it? That kind of talk comes with being part of the House of the Hearth. When Foltz was really young, he strangled all of his family pets, just out of curiosity. He was labeled a dangerous problem child and was abandoned by his family. Elwar
Not sure
has
if
an
I agree with
unnatural obsession with
Foltz's
potions.
ideas.
Father has forbidden her from trying all the different concoctions she comes up with, but she still tries to test them in secret. You really have to keep an eye on that one.
Jeez.
Chaplot is around my age. While I'm mainly responsible for collecting intelligence, he handles surveillance. He's very passionate about his work and has no reservations
He
about
so
taking
far
on
sounds
some
like the
very
most
difficult
normal
missions.
one, but fucking
I know you two probably
strangling your
aren't used to that kind
pets?
of talk, but I can promise you they only had the best of intentions. Things like stealth tactics and developing different poisons, they really mean a lot to them. They were just trying to share the best of what they could offer, that's all.
You... Oh no, there's more people. Is it up or down? Or just across? Probably across.
Filio, supplies are here.
Thanks. And who are these two? Outsiders?
Allow me to introduce you. This is the Traveler and Paimon.
Oh, you're the famous duo I've been hearing so much about. It's nice to meet you. I heard you've traveled to all sorts of places. Is that true?
Maybe.
Of course! We're making our way all across to that!
Oh, good for you.
You must be pretty familiar with Fontaine by now, then. have you seen the new opera that started running recently? I think it's called The 4,000 Thieves?
Oh, this is the first we've heard of it.
Huh.
It seems like it's going to be fantastic. From what I've been able to tell from the posters, anyway. You should definitely check it out if you have the time.
Oh, and there's The Blind Maiden, too. That one is supposed to have audience interaction. Seems pretty interesting.
As you spend some time talking about popular
After
culture,
this
the
mission is
atmosphere
over,
starts becoming more
I think I'll go
relaxed.
get a manicure.
Oh, maybe I should dye my hair.
Is it manicure for
Wonder
your
how much it'll
hands or
cost.
feet?
Is it just Paimon,
I
or
like the
do these
triangle.
two seem much
Those at some
easier
point.
to get along with than the others? Looks like the House of the Hearth has some normal members after all.
Hold on, let them
I
finish.
heard that.
Let them cook. They might have something to say.
Oops.
I'm guessing you're referring to Foltz and the others? Yeah, we're definitely not all like them.
I bet those crazies are practically foaming at the mouth right now. I'm sure they just can't wait to get back to Snezhnaya to carry out the plan.
The plan?
That's enough, Filial.
Ah, don't talk about family members behind their back, right? Whatever. Let's go.
Let's go talk about them behind their back somewhere
Guess
else.
this is goodbye then. If you ever have
Yeah.
some time, we should go see the opera together.
4,000 Thieves. Got it.
Well, that's it for the supplies. We should probably head back as well.
Awesome.
Well, they didn't seem too happy with each other. Seems like there could be something more going on here.
We should observe for now.
You're right. We're only here as guests after all. Oh, Linny's getting super far ahead. Come on, let's catch up.
Yep. Lily seems sad about it. I imagine he just wants everyone to get along. All hunky-dory and the like.
So, what do you think of the members you've met so far?
They've certainly got a lot of personality.
Well, Father is always encouraging us to be strong-willed and independent. So if there's one thing we've got, it's people who aren't afraid to speak their mind. Well, I should probably get cooking. Wanna join?
No.
Of course!
Then let's head out and... Uh-huh. Fremine, what are you doing here?
This box looks really nice.
Well,
Hey, nice to see you again!
oh, you too. I heard you're here as guests of House of the Hearth. Welcome.
We were just going to make some food. Why don't you come along? I could use some help in the kitchen, and I seem to remember you mentioning you wanted to make seafood soup for the traveler in Paimon.
Is that your specialty dish?
Seafood soup? Oh, Paimon's drooling already.
It's the same kid.
Were you looking for something just now, Fremine? Maybe I can help.
It's nothing. I just wanted to see if there were any extra supplies.
Yeah, we've got some left over. What do you need?
Some food and water. And some clean cloth, if possible.
No problem. Give me a second here. Food, water...
I need to charge my phone.
Wait a minute.
Oh.
What do you need all of those for? You're not on any missions as far as I'm aware, and you were just going to come eat with us. So what's this all about?
Is he gonna follow father?
I thought I'd grab an extra portion because I get hungry at night. Could be because I'm growing, you know? And...
Man, real smooth.
Fremine, you remember what I told you? You're not like me. Your lying skills still need some work.
Well, I'm not lying.
Tell me what's going
Lenny, no, I'm not.
Is it really bad enough that you have to keep it from your own brother?
Lenny, I'm telling the truth,
It would be
man.
better if we gave
Bro.
them some space.
No cap on his stack.
This is the first time I've seen that kind of look on your face. Whatever happened, Does it have something to do with Father?
Don't worry, we'll go in your place, please. Please let us
Yes.
go in your place.
Just follow me.
Figure out what Fremine is hiding. Oh, right, she doesn't charge forward. Yeah. Meh. 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 What is he hiding? Did you learn something? That she might be in trouble? What the Phantom Child is? Oh, is it down here? It is.
You're back! Oh, and you've brought some friends with you this time.
Who's this?
Hello, my name's Linny. I grew up in the House of the Hearth. And you are?
Hi, Linny.
Oh.
I'm also a child of the House of the Hearth, just like you. You
Oh.
can call me Clairvy.
Oh no.
Clairvy?
Oh
It's
no.
nice to meet you.
Oh no. Oh
Does
no.
that name ring any bells,
Oh
Linny?
no. You're the.
No, not at all. That's not a name we have on our roster, I'm sure of it. What I'm not sure of, though, is how she managed to sneak in.
That's the. That's the person who Arlecchino killed, right? The one she was really close to? I'm assuming? Either that or
She
his
must be the
mother's child.
phantom child Father's been searching for. From the looks of it, I'm guessing you were the one that found her, Fremine. You, haven't
Oh, she
told
has to
Father,
kill her
have you?
again? Oh, fuck.
No, I haven't told anyone. I've just been keeping her hidden.
For how long?
About half a month now.
So ever since we got to Poisson, then, do you have any idea what you're doing?
I know what I'm doing.
Really? Because from where I'm standing, it looks like you're hiding the very person Father has been trying to find. If Father finds out about this, everyone involved is going to be punished. You know the rules of the house, Fremine. I know you do. Father doesn't tolerate any form of betrayal. So why are you doing this?
I've thought it through. And I just can't hand her over like that. Linny, don't you remember last year? Sheplo nearly died after getting poisoned during that one mission. He wasn't able to get back before the poison started taking effect.
Huh.
And not a single person was there to help him. That night, while I was sleeping, I heard a voice telling me to go save him. I opened my eyes, but I
Wait,
couldn't
what if she
find the
doesn't have
source
to?
of
What
the
if
voice.
it's like because Clairvy's
I thought
looking
maybe I was just hearing
out
things,
for
but I went to look for him anyway.
Arlecchino's family now?
Luckily,
As a sort of guardian angel.
I got there with enough time to save his life. That feeling of being haunted, of hearing voices. It's happened many times.
She
in
actually
the
has a
House of the
unique
Hearth.
face model from the looks of it, so
I'm
that's
sure
nice.
you've noticed.
Or like,
So what you're
eyes.
saying is that
as
was
opposed
her?
to every other goddamn
She
kid
was the
in
one
the
who
game.
spoke to you that night?
Unless there are other spirits roaming around the House of the Hearth, I don't think there's any other possibility. If Clairvy were our enemy, it wouldn't matter whether she was a spirit or an actual child. I would have acted without a second thought, because that's what Father ordered us to do. But she's been living with us, helping us from the shadows all this time. I think that makes her family. I couldn't just hand her over to be
I
dealt
agree with that.
Not when there's so much we still don't know.
So what's your plan then? You can't keep her here forever. Someone is bound to find out eventually.
I haven't thought that far yet. I don't want to disobey an order from Father, but I also don't want to put Clairvy in danger.
Are we gonna take Clairvy and put ourselves on
There are a couple things I'd like
Arlecchino's
to
hit
say
list?
to you in private.
Those two sure care a lot about each other. Well, they got a funny way of showing it. From where Paimon was floating, it sure seemed like they were about to bite each other's heads off. No way. They have a really deep bond. I could tell right away, 'cause I also have a friend like that. I just don't know how long that kind of bond can last.
What do you mean?
Darkness in the house runs deeper than you can imagine. No one can get out alive.
I'm sorry, Lenny. I really didn't mean to drag anyone else into this.
Okay, cool.
Oh,
Consider
really?
private
You
convo.
didn't mean to? 'Cause I, for one, wish you did.
Huh? What do you mean?
Oh,
You know, when we were younger, you didn't call me Linny. You called me brother, just like Lynette. We grew up together, the three of us. We were all orphans, all rescued by father. Of all the siblings in the House of the Hearth, I think our bond was the closest. Later on, when you started calling me Linny, I wasn't actually surprised. After all, Lynette and I are related by blood. We've had to depend on each other to survive long before we joined the house.
but we are
Lenny,
blood related. Yeah.
The darkest and most difficult moments of my life happened before you and I had ever met. I'm sure that's true for you as well. Even so, Fremine, we've stood by each other for all these years now, and to me, that means more than blood. You and Lynette are the most important people in my life. No one can replace you. So I won't let you face anything alone. Not if I can help it.
When you said like that's more important than blood, that almost sounded like I care about you more than my own biological sister.
Oh,
But
looks like things are getting
it's
kind of
opposite of
heated
that.
between Lenny and Fremine. Maybe we should go check on them.
No, they'll be fine.
Oh, it's raining. I should put my clothes away.
You're a ghost.
Hey, you two! Hope we aren't interrupting anything. Like a fight, or... Oh, wait a minute, Fremine. You're not crying, are you? Is everything alright?
Everything's fine. Thanks for asking.
Well, we're all friends here, right? We've been through so much together, so if there's anything we can do to help, just say the word.
It's just a small family dispute. It's not something our guests should trouble themselves with. In fact, it might be better if your stay ended here.
But sometimes having guests around can come in handy.
What are you getting at, Traveler?
There's a world
When
quest
guests
boss,
are
Paimon.
around, families are often on their best behavior. And any disputes are less likely to escalate. That's what you're trying to say, isn't it?
Exactly. That's also what I was thinking of, but yeah,
Just
that makes sense.
thank you. I was really hoping to keep you out of it. But even if I could think of some other reason to turn you away, I'm not sure I could convince you. I know things could turn dangerous, so I promise you this. From now on, I'll protect you like my life depends on it.
Oh, thanks,
Me
man.
too.
Oh, double thanks, man.
Well, back to the matter at hand then. If we don't plan on handing Clairvy over to Father, then our only other option is to solve the mystery of her identity before Father is able to track her down. That means finding out where she came from and what she's doing here. Then we can send her on her merry way and pretend like none of this ever happened.
I've tried that already.
Oh,
And?
And... nothing. I tried taking her somewhere really far away, but... after some time, she just reappeared. She even came with us all the way to Poisson. It seems like wherever the house is, she follows.
I don't know much about spirits. Do you two have any ideas?
Let's
definitely a
see
lingering
here.
attachment towards the house of Hearth, yeah?
Paimon remembers hearing something like, if you fulfill a spirit's last wish before they died, they'll let go of whatever's keeping them here and return to the ley lines. Oh, it's just that Paimon doesn't really remember where she heard that, so it's not guaranteed to work or anything.
Well, sounds like it's worth a shot. Guess that means we should go ask her about her wish. But first, Fremine, I need you to promise me something.
What is it?
I
Prioritize
need
your
you to
own life?
promise me that this will stay between the two of us. We're the masterminds behind this whole thing. No one else gets involved. Can you do that for me?
Of course. I promise.
It is cool
All
seeing
right.
Linny and
Then
Fremine
let's seal the
stuff.
promise just like when we were kids. Fist bump on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
I swear.
Oh. Oh no.
Whoa!
Oh, that's just like, yep, I'm here. You scared me.
What a surprise! What brings you here, dear sister? And, when exactly did you get here?
You're an idiot, brother. And you too, Fremine.
Oh, her eyes are more open now. She was so impressed with
You
all
3,
of that.
Traveler. And you 4, Paimon.
Wait, what did we do?
I've seen Clairvy around the House of the Hearth before. I hadn't seen her in Poisson, so I figured she must not have come with us. But it turns out, you were just hiding her. I heard you talking about your plan. Rather than steering clear of the situation, I'd rather fully join in.
Okay. Will this be good or bad? That could just be 3,
If you don't agree, I'll have no choice
dead
but to
members of the
report
family.
everything back to Father. Simple as that.
Oh.
You're not giving us much wiggle room here, Lynette. Well, I guess we're all in this together then. After we talk to Clairvy, we'll figure out our next move.
To the
There's
House
no
of
time
Hearth?
to lose. Let's go.
Ask about Clairvy's origins. I'm assuming the World Quest boss, the boss will be Arlecchino, probably, maybe, or it could be someone else
Thank you
entirely.
for bringing me this food, you guys. She said she's full, but the food doesn't look like it's even been touched.
Well, she's a spirit.
That's right. Based on what I've been able to observe, it doesn't seem like Clairvy can interact with the physical world at all. Still, when she's presented with food, she'll always linger around it for a good little while. Maybe, in her mind, she really is eating those things.
Does she know that she has already passed away?
Nope.
I've tried to ask her, but she didn't answer. My guess is that she's just as confused as we are. Or maybe she couldn't understand the question at all.
Clairvy, if you've got some time, I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Sure. Oh, another new friend. Hi, I'm Clairvy.
Hello.
Clairvy,
Hi.
How did you join the House of the Hearth?
Huh? Isn't it the same for everybody? The knave brings you here and then you can't leave.
It's just that your name, it's not on the roster. And I've never seen you before.
Just mention Mother, please.
The roster? Oh, I get it now. I think there might be some things you don't know about this place. The people in charge, they're not as nice as they look. They say they keep a roster, but it's not complete. There are a lot of people who aren't on it, and never will be. In this house, some people are family, and other people are just test subjects. Those kinds of people aren't ever going to get a place on the roster. Unless it's the roster of people who've been executed.
Based on the animated short, I
Wait,
want to
does
believe
mean the
that
knave- She...
Arlecchino did away with that
Is there
system.
anyone that can vouch for you?
Perry. She's my best friend.
Per-
She's the only one I trust in this place.
Have either of you heard of that name before?
Is that what she was called before?
No.
Me neither.
Clairvy, Perry. Neither of those names are on the roster. But it seems like she's telling the truth. Either that, or this kid's already got a bag of tricks bigger than mine. Maybe we should try a different approach. Clairvy, do you have a wish?
C6 Arlecchino.
A wish?
It can be anything you want. Just imagine. It's your birthday, you're blowing out the candles, and your wish is...
Say it. Say it.
To go outside, where the sun can find me. That's it? Well, that sounds easy enough.
Alright.
The darkness in the house runs deeper than you can imagine. No one can get out alive.
Yeah, trying to get out of the house. I get it. What does she mean by that? Things can't be this simple.
Okay, time to divide and conquer. Listen up. I've got a plan. I'll try and find a way to use basic illusory magic to take Clairvy outside and bring her somewhere with sunlight. Lynette, try and find the list of executions that Clairvy was talking about, and see if her name is on it. Fremine, you stay in Poisson. We can't be the only ones who've had run-ins with Clairvy. I need you to collect intel on everything she's said and done.
And me? And I'm on?
Understood.
What do we do?
I'll try my best.
We're not just standing, right?
What about us? What should we do?
Yeah. Palmer said.
I really appreciate your willingness to help, but this is a family matter. I don't want to drag you in too deep. It's too risky. Let me think. Since Father considers you to be guests, maybe you could stick by her side for a little while. You don't need to do anything except keep up some nice, casual
I'm
conversation.
assuming Clairvy?
Ah, Paimon gets it. You want us to distract her.
Or Arlecchino. How should we contact you?
I'll give you a magic bird. If Father suspects something, all you need to do is release it when she's not looking, and it'll alert me that something's wrong. Of course, that's only as a last resort. If Father doesn't seem to notice us, there's no need to make contact. We'll reconvene here tonight after all's said and done.
Oh boy.
If the worst case scenario happens and we're discovered, just tell Father everything. We're not going to let our guests get punished for our own actions. That's where we draw the line.
I respect them. They're cool people. Be careful.
You too. Okay, this is where we part. Father should be at the beach nearby.
Oh boy.
I really hope this goes well. No, it has to go well. That's the only way this can get resolved.
Child doesn't exist.
Clairvy, I'd like to take you somewhere. Is that okay with you?
Sure. Where are we going?
Somewhere sunlight. What was it? Pebby? What's the name? Perry. Alright. Pebby, Clary, anyway, why am I actually running? Go to the seaside to look for the knave. Lagging. Okay. Please stop lagging. Sunlight. Why is it lagging? Please stop. I should have just glided down from the other waypoint. Yep. Oh, child? It's been a minute. Last time I saw you was when you
And
were fighting the whale.
hey, aren't you supposed to be in Snezhnaya recuperating? What are you still doing in Fontaine?
Oh, it's you two. I didn't expect to run into you here. I was unconscious for quite a while after the fight in the Primordial Sea. After I woke up, I realized I was being taken back to Snezhnaya, and well,
What?
I
Unfinished
couldn't have
business?
that now, could I? Not when I've still got unfinished business here in Fontaine. So, I mustered up all my strength and made the journey back on my own.
What sort of unfinished business are we talking here?
It has to do with Skirk, my master. I really wanted to meet up with her, but by the time I got back, she had already left.
Oh yeah, we saw
I
her.
still have so many questions for her. Without any other leads, all I could do was ask the knave to help me track her down. She must have left behind some traces from her time in Fontaine.
Oh, okay, so have you found any clues?
Unfortunately, no. While the House of the Hearth is adept at collecting all manner of intelligence, certain existences can still manage to escape our purview.
Oh yeah, she probably went to
Basically,
fucking
unless Master
space
feels there's a
dojo or
need to
whatever
meet
it
with
is.
me, she's not going to be found. But that problem has an easy fix. I just need to become stronger, and then...
Paimon thinks you should focus on getting better first.
the worst of it is over. It's all thanks to that one kid from the House of the Hearth. Elwar, I think her name was. She gave me a bunch of random potions to drink.
Oh my god.
They didn't go down easy.
How many of
let me
those were
tell you.
poison?
Pain and chills all over. But they really did help speed up my recovery. And that's good, because it looks like I really do have to head back this time. The old man's been putting the pressure on me.
The rooster?
He sent someone to tell me I'm needed for some sort of project.
Project Stuja?
Yeah, that's the one. I heard Regrader's involved too. I'm not looking forward to having to listen to all his monologuing, that's for sure. Hey, maybe you could think of a way for me to stay in Fontaine for a little longer. Helping Linny and the others brush up on their fighting skills would be far more interesting. If you and I could spar, that would be even better.
You were
I've been
injured.
waiting for a chance to see you go all out.
And what a sweet little daydream that is. But I also have a role to play in all this.
What the
I'll
hell's
be
Project
leaving Fontaine
Suja?
shortly as well. Besides, considering how little they see fit to step outside the homeland, being called on to return to Snezhnaya by such illustrious dignitaries, what a great honor. Wouldn't you agree?
One I could do without, I'd say.
Is it just Paimon? Or does it kind of seem like they're...
Just casually trash talking their colleagues behind their backs?
So, dear guests of the House of the Hearth, to what do I owe the visit?
Well, we just...
Wanted to learn more about you.
Right! We're super close to Linny and the others, but we still don't know much about you!
Is that so? Introductions have already been made, have they not?
Oh,
But the lore.
well,
Come
you see,
on.
there's only so much you can learn about someone from a short introduction. At least tell us something a little extra, like... Why do you call yourself father?
Huh, good question. I'd also like to know.
Oh, you don't know either?
The fact that you have to ask tells me our intelligence work has been quite successful. Telling you the answer to that question would only serve to undermine that success. And we can't have that, now can we?
Spoken like a true
God
diplomat.
damn it.
That was some expert sidestepping right there.
Well, if there's nothing else, I think I'll take my leave. I still have a small matter to resolve at home.
Wait, don't go!
Uh-oh. Paimon. The knave leaves right now. She's sure to run into Linny and Clairvy. Should I release the bird Linny gave us? No, we should try to get her talking about something else first. About the House of the Hearth. What does the organization mean to you? Galactic
I'd also
Baseball.
like to hear the answer to this. I've met some of the members of your organization, and they all seemed like really good kids. They actually reminded me of Tonya and Tusser. Which, by the way, if you ever betray them, I'm just letting you know, I won't let you off easy.
And why would I betray them?
Well, you've already betrayed the House of the Hearth once, haven't you? At least,
Oh.
that's what I heard.
Oh shit. Wait, this explains so much. This is why they're like, I don't trust her for a second. That's why Child talks about how she's even crazier than he is. Oh my god.
Okay.
But it was because
I
of
admit,
Clairvy.
That's just what the old man told me. The rooster, I mean.
And they've betrayed the House of the Hearth. So, does that mean what Clairvy said was true? Does Nave really treat her children like test subjects?
Wait, did you really do something bad to those kids?
Never mind what I've done. I'm more curious as to what the mighty rooster had to say. Care to enlighten me?
Well, nothing much. Just some stuff about you taking out many other members of the House of the Hearth, and even going so far to attack your own family.
I see.
Oh, based on your reaction, I'm guessing it's all a bunch of lies.
Hardly. I don't appreciate his particular turns of phrase, but I suppose he didn't say anything untrue. Although, it would be more accurate to say that there is a certain level of prejudice involved, but I don't intend to clear that up just yet. Prejudice has a funny way of concealing the real truth behind certain things, an attribute that I find to be quite advantageous. Call yourself a Fontanian, for example, and people will assume all sorts of things, when the real truth is that this is simply the land where I was raised.
Huh? You're not actually from Fontaine? But then why did you try to help out with the prophecy and everything?
Yeah, she seemed like she was
I
really
was trying to protect the children born in Fontaine. Claiming that I myself was a Fontanian simply made it easier to operate. People would hardly suspect a fellow Fontanian of having any ulterior motives. Who wouldn't want to save their homeland after all? The primordial sea wouldn't have any effect on me, but it would have caused great harm to the House of the Hearth. Well, you wanted extra information, didn't you? There you go. I hope that satisfied your curiosity.
Hardly, I want to hear more. So much filming anything else about her betrayal. She probably only revealed that other secret in order to change the subject. Seems like she's trying to avoid talking about her
So,
past.
you stayed in Fontaine for the kids.
And now we're gonna pry
I
as
guess I
much
was
as we
wrong
want,
to
because we're
believe you
assholes.
betray them.
Or
Apologies.
we have no sense
Looks
of
like I was
boundaries.
holding on to some prejudices myself.
Good. Like I said, I like it when others have misconceptions of me.
Actually, while I was recuperating at the House of the Hearth, there was something else that really caught my attention.
If you mention
I
Clairvy.
heard that members always resolve disputes and arguments with a friendly spar, and the loser has to back down. Seems pretty cool if you ask me. Would also give them plenty of opportunities to hone their skills.
Well, that's only a recent development.
Oh?
In the past, such spars weren't nearly so friendly. The losing party would lose everything, including their life.
Yeah, she definitely
They were
like
that
changed up the
high stakes?
administration of it.
Whew, at least that's not a thing anymore.
Well, the current atmosphere's not half
Good old
bad.
rehaul.
I'm a bit jealous, actually. You've got so many family members around you, and you even get to live with them.
Having a lot of family around means dealing with a considerable amount of bickering and scheming. Once Tonya and Tusser enter their rebellious phase, I'm sure you'll understand. Just imagine. Tusser becomes obsessed with plucking out strands from the rooster's mustache, or Tonya decides to dye her hair 42 different colors.
It would be funny if this convinces him to go back to Sedge style.
Okay. I get the picture.
It's like, yeah, I'm going back to Sedge now. As the conversation shifts to the topic of Tonya and Tusser, it's a type of conversation that would usually leave you falling asleep, but you find yourself grateful to the child for buying you some more time.
Well, would you look at the time? I should probably get going. Traveler, Paimon, I'm not sure where our paths will cross next, but the next time we run into each other, We should definitely try and find some time to spar.
Again, maybe this is a conversation we can have when you look less like you're gonna keel over.
Alright, alright. Well, thanks for everything, Arlecchino.
No thanks necessary. You also played a part in obtaining the Gnosis. I would say we can call ourselves even.
I like the sound of that. Well, I'm off. See you all some other time.
We should probably get going too. Do you want to head back with us?
Oh? You want me to leave so soon?
Oh, well, you see,
I'm rather enjoying the evening breeze. If you don't mind, I think I'll stick around for a bit. I have some things to think about.
Such as?
Apologies for not attending to you like a proper host. Please forgive this slight. I do hope you'll have a pleasant stay.
we managed to keep her distracted until nightfall. Good thing Child was there to keep the conversation going. You don't think she suspected anything, do you?
Did she?
Oh, I wonder if Liddy ran into any issues. Let's hurry back and see how everything went.
I'm curious. Does he have an extra one now?
Look, I've got nothing against people who have their own agendas. I myself joined the Fatui to get more experience in combat. But I don't like her at all. If she stood to benefit from betraying others, she'd turn against the Tsaritsa in a heartbeat. There isn't a sane bone in her body.
Funny how you don't know. Alright, I guess I didn't know either. Yeah, I didn't know either. Because they didn't make it yet. But it was very conflicting. How she acted in Fontaine, and then how she is mentioned by the other guys.
Oh? You decided to stay a little longer? Let's take in the ocean view together, then.
Hey, where you from? Where you from? What region? What region makes it, like, I'm curious. Like, I know I'm pretty sure she's cursed in some way, shape, or form. So, is it like Elazar? But Elazar's been cured. So, if that's the case, wouldn't she not have to worry about it anymore? I don't know. I'm just wondering. What's up? Speed. I have to use it while I'm on the ground. I'm dumb. What am I doing?
Lenny, how did everything go?
Great. Yes?
Well, long story short, we ran into a small issue. Clairvy can't go into the sunlight.
What do you mean?
Everything was fine at first. She followed me up to the surface just like I told her.
Is it the perception that she can't get out?
But as I led her out of the shadows and into the sunlight, she vanished.
Oh.
I turned around and there she was, standing at the edge of the shadows, silently watching me.
Huh. Maybe she's afraid of sunlight, or... No, it wouldn't be her wish if that were the case. Well, we could always try pushing her into it.
Not sure pushing works on a non-corporeal being.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
I've pretty much tried it all already. Nothing worked. Eventually, the sun went down, so all I could do was bring her back here. How did it go with you, Lynette?
Good. I've got the list. It's right here.
Really? Well, what are we waiting for? Let's take a look.
And then the nave is going to be right behind us.
Oh, that's a lot of pages. Oh, it's gonna take forever to get through it all.
We can each take a section. Here.
And then the Traveler will find it, probably. Or Paimon will, out of
La
sheer dumb luck.
Fouillade, Landois, Chambert, Aurore.
Oh, that. Oh, execution list. We get to see them. Landois, La Pléiade, Jean Bal. They dead.
Oh, yikes. That Aurore guy has a huge scar on his face. He's kinda giving Paimon the creeps.
Ah, I've met him before.
Oh,
The scar is from an injury he received
Oh.
during a mission. I still remember him joking with me
oh,
about
he's still
it.
around.
He said any future lover would take one look at him and then lose all interest.
Did he say anything else?
Well, I asked if there was someone he was interested in. He said no, and that's where our conversation ended.
Oh,
It was only later that I learned he really did have someone he liked. He risked everything to escape so he could be with her, but it didn't work. One day, Father asked to see him, and, well, I never saw him again after that.
did Father see it as a
Wait,
betrayal?
So that means the knave, she...
Hold on.
It may seem cruel, but it's just one of the rules of the house. Betrayal is not to be taken lightly. We know too many secrets to come and go as we please. So, if you do try to leave, you pay with your life.
Oh my god. It's the kid running again. The third time. A solemn atmosphere descends over the group. I see.
Her name's not here, huh? Well, that's not too surprising. It doesn't
me
seem
read
like
it.
this list is complete. It only contains records dating back around 5 years. Let's shift our attention then. Fremine, were you able to find anything out? Fremine,
Sorry. I was thinking about something. I managed to talk to quite a few people, but I couldn't help but notice that the atmosphere in the house was a little... strange.
Strange.
How so?
Yeah, I mean, I know there have been arguments in the past, times when people haven't gotten along. Chaplot and Filiol are a good example of that.
Oh, those are two of the people that we met while delivering supplies. Paimon can see how they might not get along. They had very different vibes, and their, interests seem to be pretty different as well.
Oh, that's a nice way of putting it.
that's to be expected, actually. Father brought us all here, shared her knowledge with us, taught us how to fight. That's one thing we all share. But that's also where the similarities end. Not all of us feel the same desire to stay here. As members of the House of the Hearth, we're also considered part of the Fatui. And to a lot of people, that's an identity they never asked for.
Yeah, they kind of have a bad rap.
Certain members get older and realize they want something else for themselves. But considering the rules of the house, most people would never say that out loud.
I wonder
People like Chaplot
theory,
and Foltz are
if
loyal to Father and her vision.
Arlecchino
They're proud to be
maybe
part of the Fatui.
got rid of those
Filial and
people and
Mantoy,
made
on
them
the
like
other hand,
just full out
well,
take on
they aren't
new
quite as
identities or something.
enthusiastic.
Just didn't kill them.
These kinds of conflicts have
Maybe he did kill them
always
too.
been
Both
there.
are feasible to me.
It's not like Father is in the dark about any
I'm
of
just
this.
curious
Well,
about her motivations.
that's true. But it just feels like things have gotten worse lately. Filiol and the others, it seemed like they were meeting in secret to talk about something. I can't say for sure, but I think they've met Clairvy.
Uh-oh.
You think she's been inciting them to act out?
No, not exactly. But I wouldn't be surprised if she said something to them about the darkness in the house and how deep it runs. She's told me about it before. Experiments being run on children. People being used as pawns on the battlefield without so much as the strength to survive.
And they just believed all that? Without any evidence?
Yep.
Clairvy's words probably gave them the excuse they were looking for. Whether they actually believe them to be true is secondary.
This is all because of Project Stuja, isn't it?
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Hold on a second. What's this Project Stuja all about, huh? This is the second time it's come up now.
Sorry, but I'm not sure of the details either. I only know what Father has told us, which is that it's something the Rooster and Regrader have been working on together. Apparently, it has to do with the Fatui's strategic plan for the future.
I mean, they already have 5 Gnosis. Well, technically
Because
6
the House of the Hearth was so
Gnosis.
successful in obtaining the Gnosis, we now have the honor of playing a key role in Project Stuja.
Oh.
Wait, but isn't that a good thing?
Key role is just another way of saying dangerous role. To us, the whole thing is an inconvenience. Father thinks so too, but she's in no position to refuse. Their plan isn't exactly unreasonable, and they've been funneling the house a lot of funding. It's just that we'll lose a lot of members in the process. Participating in the plan, it's an honor in name only. What they're really trying to do is subdue us. The existence of an intelligence organization outside their control makes them feel uneasy.
Looks like the Fatui are planning something big. But given how little Linny and the others seem to know about it, I probably won't be able to learn much. I should keep a sharp eye out during any future dealings with the Fatui to see what I can learn.
Okay, super complicated top secret Fatui business aside, what does all of this have to do with the conflicts you were talking about earlier? Paimon doesn't get the connection.
External pressure has a way of exacerbating internal strife. You can't overlook the power of fear either. People are afraid of dying, and that fear is often the impetus for a lot of stupid decisions. I thought resolving the Clairvy situation would make everything go back to normal, but it looks like things are more complicated than I thought. If we leave Filiol and the others to their own devices, sooner or later, Father will be forced to take action.
We can only focus on one situation at a time, brother.
You're right. Even if we confront Filial and the others, it won't do any good. It might even make matters worse. We should focus on Clairvy for now. Well, it's getting late. We should head back and get some rest. We'll try again first thing tomorrow.
How's the Clairvy stuff gonna be resolved?
Lynette, you stick with me this time. Fremine, keep a close eye on Filial and the others. Make sure they don't do anything they'll regret. Good work today, everyone. Have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Rest in temporary accommodations. She's all the way back here, where is she? Should he talk about Clairvy here? Nope. She talks about Linny after the quest and the vision. That's about it, though.
The world remains constant over the centuries, but human
Rest. Your mind races with all sorts of...
I'm
don't
always
bother.
looking forward to an early night, but
Fuck
she
off.
can't sleep
Are
at
you kidding
all.
me?
Hey, you don't think the knave will be too angry with Linny and everyone if she finds out about all this,
Oh, she'll
do
be
you?
pissed.
She's even scary when she smiles. If she were to actually get angry... Ooh, you have to protect Paimon if that happens, okay, Traveler?
I'm also afraid of her.
Oh, well, in that case, we should just plan on running away. We'll grab Linny and the others and we can make a
What's
break for it
Clara
as
doing?
fast as we can. Look! Look over there!
What's she doing over there?
Quick, let's catch up with her before anyone sees. Over there!
Not the... Oh. Whoa. She's fast. Clary. There we go.
Oh, look!
No falling
She's
down for
down.
me. It's not sunny, so...
Clary! Shh. I opened the window while no one was looking. Look how pretty the outside is.
Window?
If only I could have more than this. You probably think I'm being silly, huh? All this hopeless resisting? It's better to dream of what I could have than try to make it a reality, right? Please, help us get on the same page here, Clary. We need you to tell us what you know. Can you do that? Sure. Although, after you hear all this, I think you might regret that decision. Everyone in this family is nothing more than a tool. Something to be used and exploited. We're all expendable. Including me. As long as you're useful, you get to stick around. Lose your value. You're handed over to the doctor.
Oh, jeez.
Experimented on. And given a fate worse than death. I've seen it happen again and again.
He's number 2.
I've had enough. You're saying the knave did all that?
Can you just refer to the knave as mother or father, please?
It's just, that doesn't seem like something she would do. She's scary and all, but it seems like even she has lines she wouldn't cross. I knew you wouldn't believe me.
Please describe her as mother or something.
Everyone thinks she's a good person. They all think of her like a real mother.
There we are. Thank you.
Mother? But she doesn't deserve that title. She's disgraced it.
Maybe I should have
tarnished
watched
it.
the animated short after the
If I had
fact.
things my way, I'd never see her again. If only Perry were here, she'd understand. Perry? There's that name again.
Can you describe Perry
Also,
and her
Paimon's
parents?
getting a strange feeling. It almost feels like she's not really here with us. Paimon can't tell if she's actually talking to us or if she's mistaken us for someone else.
She's a spirit. Could be anything.
Well, in any case, it seems like she really needs someone to talk to. We should keep her company for a little longer. She looks so young. But it seems like she's been through a lot. It's getting windy. I should close the window. Ooh, look at the moon. Isn't it pretty? Hey, wanna hear a secret? I heard that if you look up at the night sky in Snezhnaya, you can see the aurora. It's supposed to be super pretty. Even prettier than the moon tonight.
Love to see
Harry
it.
and I promised each other that once we're older, we're gonna go see it together. But I can't find her. I'm worried she's also been... No, that wouldn't happen to her. She's special. Mother likes her a lot. I should really go talk to Mother, but we just fought. She doesn't want to see me, and I'm too scared to face her. What should I do?
I don't know. Talk to Arlecchino, because I'm pretty sure she's Perry, right?
Paimon really
Oh,
doesn't understand
it
what's
feels
going
weird
on
because
with her.
I know what's going
Well,
on. I know the
Let's head back.
somewhat backstory.
We've got an early morning tomorrow.
The night passes. Wow, you give me time to read that, but nothing else. Thanks, Genshin.
All right, looks like we're all here. Let's go ahead with the plan.
Before we do that, I have a question.
Oh? What is it?
Have the knave and the doctor ever worked together?
What makes you ask that?
Well, we kinda ran into Clairview last night, and that's what she told us. We met the doctor back in Sumeru. He's super dangerous, and he's done all sorts of bad things.
It's possible that Father and the Doctor have had certain dealings, but I don't think Father would work with him. We're not really on the same side, so there's not a lot of trust between them. That doesn't exactly set the stage for a successful partnership.
Please talk about Mother.
I did hear, though, that when Father first became a Harbinger, the Doctor offered to work with the House of the Hearth. Father rejected most of his proposals, except for one. It had to do with some sort of secret experiment.
Secret experiment? Could that be what Clairvy was talking
Is she
about?
trying to bring Clairvy back?
I don't think so.
I don't know any details about the experiment itself, but I do know it's an entirely independent operation. The Doctor only proposed a direction for the research. That was the extent of his involvement. I still don't think that counts as working together. The details of the experiment are confidential, but complete records are kept on all participants. That doesn't seem to be the case with the situation Clairvy referred to.
Can we please mention Mother?
I know you don't agree with some of the Fatui's methods, and I'm not asking you to. But I am asking you to trust us on this. The House of the Hearth has its own principles. There are certain lines we're not willing to cross.
Alright, that's good to hear at least. Clairvy seems to think the Knave and the Doctor worked together to do something horrible. If that turned out to be true, Paimon doesn't know how he would even face you guys. It's just that it doesn't seem like Clairvy is lying either.
Can we please mention the Mother word? Or
The easiest thing to do would be just ask the Knave directly, but Paimon doesn't think she'd tell us.
Fine. Let's focus on the plan for now.
Father didn't come back last night. She's probably still near the shore. We'll be counting on you to distract her. Lynette, you're with me. Fremine, you know what to do. Be on your guard, everyone. All right, let's get to it.
Where are we going today?
Let's try somewhere further away this time.
You have to climb up again? Fuck that. God damn it. Yeah. I'm so annoyed. I just asked about that. That seems like a pretty key detail. Come the fuck on. Maybe it's because I already know, but I feel like even if I didn't watch the animated short, I'd still be pissed off about that. Maybe less so, but come on, really? Yeah, from above!
Ah, it's you two again. I must say, you look a bit pale. Did you have trouble sleeping last night?
A little.
Perhaps if you had less on your mind, you'd be able to absolve yourself of such troubles. So what are you planning to do now? Catch up on some sleep? Or should I give you some time to rack your brain for a topic to discuss before I ask any questions? Although I must profess to being curious. Without Child here, how do you plan on distracting me?
Us? Distract you? A good one. But no, we were just here for a chat.
Looks like you could have used some extra time to think. No matter. If you don't have any other plans, why don't you accompany me somewhere?
Okay.
Don't worry. I'll be sure to steer clear of any scheming children.
The ocean breeze is sure nice today.
So, you know everything then?
Children always think they can hide things from the grown-ups. But nothing gets past me. Least of all a little scheming. I think I'll let them have at it for a little longer. I can be very patient.
Do you know who the
Well,
child is?
I'll leave you to think things over. If you're so inclined, meet me outside the Palais Mermonia. Good things come to children who do as they're told. So I do hope you decide to tag along. If only for your friends' sakes.
Oh no, you're starting to... Oh no.
What should we do? She clearly knows about everything we've been doing, and Paimon doesn't think it'd be a stretch to say she was threatening us just now.
I say we don't cave into her demands. We stick to our guns, alright? So, Lenny, Lynette, and Fremide are dead. But we gotta do what we gotta do. We should release the picture that Lenny gave us. Obviously, we're gonna help them, but...
Oh, good idea. Hopefully he sees it in time. Well, we should probably head to the Palais Mermonia. Paimon doesn't want to find out what happens if we don't show up. Based on what the knave was saying just now, it sure didn't seem like it'd be anything good.
So all we can do is take it one step at a time.
Okay, then we probably shouldn't keep her waiting. It seems like Linny and the others are on thin ice, so let's do our best to not get them in any more trouble.
I've been threatened. Whatever shall I do? Oh no. This is not good. Loading. Downloading. Where are we heading? Are we
Seeing
actually
as we
heading to
still
the
have some
House of
time
Hearth?
before my meeting, we might as well
Oh,
enjoy
meeting.
some pleasant conversation while we wait. I'm glad to see you get along with my children. Being surrounded by good companions is necessary for a child's development.
You're not planning on doing anything to them, are you?
I assume you're referring to Lenny, Lynette, and Fremine. Although, there's that situation with Filial and Nentoy as well. It appears quite a few people have been acting out lately.
Uh-oh.
No matter. I'm not one to discriminate. All those who betray the house meet the same fate. There are no exceptions.
Does that mean you're going to kill them?
Oh, are you here to beg for their lives? I'm sorry to disappoint, but the rules of the house change for no one. In my organization, everyone is responsible for their own actions.
But don't you care about them at all? They really respect you. They even call you father. You must feel something for them.
Any organization in which feelings come before principles is one destined for ruin. The House of the Hearth is hardly an exception. You could say our principles are more stringent than most. Perhaps I can offer you this consolation at least. As our guests, you two will not be held accountable along with them.
Is there really no other way to solve the issue?
I would imagine Linny, Lynette, and Fremine will be able to keep their lives. As for Filial, Nentoy, and the others, I'm afraid there's little I can do. They can try to escape, but once you know our secrets, there's no getting out alive.
Okay, so she did kill the people on the execution list. Good to know.
But that's
Or
not
maybe she's
possible.
lying. I don't know.
Ah, you seem concerned.
Maybe, I don't know.
Out of consideration for my guests, I suppose I could turn a blind eye for a little longer. If Linny and the others manage to dispose of Clairvy in the meantime,
So you do know it's
all
Clairvy.
evidence of their wrongdoing will be lost. In that case, I could hardly punish them for something I couldn't prove. If their efforts are unsuccessful, on the other hand, all will be held accountable. And the punishment will be severe.
It's a deal.
Of
It's a deal
course.
then.
Oh, and here, I believe this belongs to you. Do try and keep better track of it next time.
Oh.
It takes a considerable amount of time to train a bird like this. It would be such a pity if you were to lose it. Permanently.
She's got a little cage for it.
Where did you get that?
How did you get it?
Well, I'm afraid that's all the time we have to chat. Now, for the matter at hand. I asked you to meet me here because I have business at the Palais Mermonia. It has nothing to do with you, but I think it would be prudent for you to stick by my side for the time being. There will always be time later to run off and tell Linny what you've learned. Well, time to go. Looks like we wrapped things up just in time.
Alright. Follow the knave. Complete negotiation. There's a new area here, right? Yeah. Oh, I can teleport there. How convenient. Why can't I wonder? How much longer is this? So she knows about Clairvy. And she still wants to get rid of Clairvy. How do you get rid of a spirit? I guess there's some exorcism shit, but... Hey, new roulette! Okay. Let's listen for this. Got it.
It's been a while, Monsieur Neuvillette. I must say, I wasn't expecting my meeting request to be approved quite so quickly. The Palais Mermonia operates with an efficiency worthy of admiration.
It is only right that an esteemed diplomat such as yourself should be afforded the proper level of respect. Although, if I may speak plainly, I must confess that I did not anticipate we would have the occasion to meet again after presenting you with the Gnosis. I see you brought the Traveler and Paimon with you as well. If I may inquire as to the purpose of your visit.
I'll be departing Fontaine shortly. There is, however, an outstanding matter that I would like to see resolved before I go. It requires a rather lengthy explanation, I'm afraid. So I took the liberty of explaining everything in this proposal. Please review it at your leisure, Monsieur Neuvillette.
Oh, thank you. Make it quick. Also, I won't know what's going on, but... trade-off. Just waiting. Patiently.
I understand your request. However, at the risk of causing offense, I must admit that I fail to see why you would wish for such a thing.
I heard you have a certain fondness for water tasting, Monsieur Neuvillette, so allow me to use water as an analogy.
Okay.
A family is like a large body of water with countless rivers flowing in and out. As someone who watches over this system, I would hope that each river that flows from the source will eventually reach the ocean. Of course, objectively speaking, I know this is impossible. Most of the rivers will dry up along the way, disappearing into the ground and leaving nothing but a barren riverbed behind. Not all rivers are destined to reach the ocean, but I would not see their existence rendered meaningless. I believe the water that flows within them is simply meant for a different destination, like a field in need of irrigation. Or perhaps the glass of a certain water-tasting enthusiast.
You're trying to feed them to Neuvillette?
Did you get any of that, Traveler?
Kind of. So she's trying to make use for the House of the Hearth members that are not going to survive or aren't useful.
Your words paint an optimistic picture indeed. Allow me to remind you, however, few among us are willing to sip from a glass filled with tainted water.
It may have been tainted at one point in time, but not to worry. I'll make sure it's strained of all impurities and returned to its cleanest form.
I seem to recall there being a transactional aspect to your proposal. Perhaps you could expound on that?
If you accept my proposal, Monsieur Neuvillette, I will gradually withdraw my forces from Fontaine. And, unless absolutely necessary, I will no longer carry out any special missions
Define
within
necessary.
Fontaine.
I presume I can take your words to mean that, in the future, cases similar to the Tartuffe assassination will cease to cross my desk?
Tartuffe? Ah, that thief who embezzled funds from all those charities, you mean? My deepest condolences to his family, but without any evidence, I cannot imagine how the House of the Hearth might have been involved in his passing.
Yeah.
Of course,
Weird.
if you accept my proposal, Monsieur Neuvillette, I'm sure certain measures could be taken to reduce the frequency of such troubles.
You choose your words carefully indeed. In that case, I am inclined to accept your proposal.
My thanks for your generosity, Monsieur Neuvillette. Well, with that settled, we should be going now. I took the liberty of bringing along 2 bottles of spring water from Snezhnaya for you to enjoy. I do hope I get the chance to hear your impressions. Perhaps at our next meeting, yes?
Indeed. I trust
Some
you
good
would not
water.
overlook your commitment in the meantime.
Speaking of water,
All right, Traveler Paimon. Time to go.
dude, it's mostly just convos. There's gonna be one fight, and that's it. But this would be more engaging if the lip syncing were better, I think. Personally, that's my thought. I'm gonna keep saying this. I'm gonna hammer that. I'm gonna beat that point home until they do it or something, or until I get tired of saying it, which I'm yet to get tired of saying that. Man, so sad. Yeah.
So, what exactly were you talking about back there? Paimon only heard you mention some rivers, a large body of water, and then some kind of irrigation scheme.
Something to do with the family.
You
Or
really want to
House
know?
of the Hearth.
I would imagine
Not to be
there might
confused with
more
the family from
pressing
Penacony.
concerns
Very
at
different.
the moment.
One follows the Harmony, one follows the Teresa.
Paimon really hopes everything's going
little
okay.
different.
Oh, Paimon recognizes that look. You've got your tiki cap on, don't you, Traveler?
They may seem relaxed, but she didn't seem to be joking earlier when she said those who betray the organization must pay with their lives. I think she's serious about punishing those kids. How should we stop her? No, there's something else we should figure out first. While we were talking in front of the Palais Marmonia, she mentioned Clairvy's name. Does that mean she knew where Clairvy was this entire time? Maybe she even anticipated how Linny and the others were going to act. Wait a minute. Scar.
Oh, shoot. Are you alright? Oh, jeez. I'm so sorry. I was so focused on selling these papers, I wasn't looking where I was going.
My bad.
Well, let me make it up to you at least. Here, take this paper. On the house.
Looks kind of familiar for some reason. It's the execution list. So she didn't kill him.
You don't have to give us anything.
She wants to make you
Please,
believe that she
I
kills
want
them.
to. It's not like I'm short on supply. All the extras will be useless come tomorrow anyway. It's my fault, really.
Was it
I was just trying to bring
Aurier?
home some extra mora for the family, but I bit off more than I can chew. I haven't had many takers today, so I'm still swimming in papers.
What's going on here?
Nothing much. I just ran into your friend here on accident. I should
Okay.
probably get going, actually, so...
Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Of course, I'm happy to compensate you with mora, it's just... I don't have any on me at the moment.
I'll take 3 papers. Here. Your payment.
Oh!
Threatening.
Thank you for your patronage. May the Archons bless you with good fortune. If only I had the chance to run into such generous customers every day. I should probably just take on a smaller inventory though, right? I'm getting married soon, so sometimes it's hard to not get ahead of myself. Anyway, I should head out. Goodbye!
She wants to make people
Well,
think
now
she
that my
kills them.
affairs are settled, we should take the boat back to Poisson. We've even acquired some light reading to enjoy along the way.
Actually, why don't we stick around for a little longer? Paimon just realized how hungry she is. She can't head back to Poisson on an empty stomach.
You granny. Looks like Paimon is trying to buy us more time. Head back now. I doubt Linny and the others will have made any progress. What should we
It
do?
appears you two are under the impression that delaying our return will somehow alter the situation in your favor. I'm sorry to ruin your fantasy, but your efforts are meaningless. That being said, I could be persuaded to give Linny some extra time. I just have one condition. If you agree to my request, I'll even answer some of your questions. You're quite curious about Clairvy, are you not? And my relationship to her.
Wait, why are you being so generous all of a sudden? You're not gonna ask us to do something bad, are
Kill
you?
Nervila.
You overestimate yourself. You don't have the talent for bad things.
Then what can you possibly...
The most important consideration in a negotiation is that both sides receive something they want. Demands and threats only get you so far.
Your condition. Let's hear it.
Wonderful. Here it is. When the time comes, make the choice that you deem most appropriate in the situation, and lend your help to the House of the Hearth.
Okay, sounds normal enough. But what do you mean, when the time comes? When is that supposed to be?
When we throw down
That is
with the
for you to
boss, we accept your
Then we
condition.
have a deal. Follow me.
Yes. Yes, we've done it. Bird in a cage. And to the nameless ruins? Oh. Do we get to play? Oh my. Of course it's in... Okay, fine. I'll run a bit, I suppose. Of course. Too good to be true. It's too good to be true, man. Whatever.
How about we explore the area ahead of us later?
Shut up. I'm trying to go to the nameless ruins. This is the aftermath of the... Oh, okay. Well, at least I know where it is now.
What is this place?
Somewhere long forgotten by everyone. It used to be a grand building. Now it's nothing more than a pile of rubble. No one comes here anymore, nor does anyone care about what once happened here. Although, this place does have something to do with the story I'm about to tell you. It was before I became a Harbinger, and before Linny and the others joined the House of the Hearth. Due to certain events, I first killed Clairvy and then her mother. And this is where it all happened.
Actual mother?
You were the one that killed Clairvy?
No, it can't be actual mother. No, if it's
Patience
why?
now. Allow me to explain Clairvy's side of the story first. I'll start from the beginning. Clairvy was 6 years old when she was brought by her mother, Crucibina, to live in the House of the Hearth. From the outside, it seemed like a fairy tale. A thriving family made up of kind adults and friendly children. Crucibina was the knave at that time, and the House of the Hearth was under her control.
Oh.
She was Clairvy's mother by blood, but she was also
So it was
the mother
actually
to
mother.
all the children in the house. Clairvy was happy here, for a time. But she quickly realized that being part of this family wasn't a fairy tale at all. It was a kind of purgatory.
Purgatory?
Yes.
Exactly. The House of the Hearth takes in war orphans from all over Tevat. But as for how to raise them, that depends entirely on the person in charge. Crucibina came up with a novel idea. She would teach the children to fight. force them to duel each other, and then crown as the king of the house the child who proved themselves most worthy of inheriting her title.
And those who
It's
lost died,
difficult to
right?
estimate the number of children who died or were maimed in the process. There's little I can say about the ones who died. The ones that emerged with permanent injuries, on the other hand, well, they still served a purpose. They would be handed over to the doctor to be experimented on, or sent away on dangerous missions. Nothing more than tools to be used and then discarded.
So those were the experiments Clairvy was talking about. But what actually happened to her? You said that Clairvy was Crucibina's daughter, so if Clairvy tried to convince her to stop what she was doing, Crucibina probably would have listened, right?
That's wishful thinking, Paimon. That's...
Despite being Clairvy's mother, Crucibina cared little for her daughter. She forced Clairvy to join the House of the Hearth only as a means to demonstrate her own impartiality as a mother, to prove that she treated all her children equally.
Yeah.
Clairvy did try to convince her mother to change her ways, but it was to no avail. After her efforts failed, the only other option was to rise up and try to fight back. Unfortunately, the other children had already been thoroughly indoctrinated into the illusion of happiness Crucibina had created. Of course, there was one exception. Someone Clairvy's age who knew the truth about the House of the Hearth. Her name was Peruere.
Perry?
Wait, the friend that Clairvy mentioned?
Friend, huh? I suppose we can call her that for now.
Yeah.
Clairvy was a cheerful and passionate person with a tenacious spirit. Peruere, on the other hand, was rather cold-blooded. Her cold-blooded nature allowed her to see through Crucibina's facade. Yet, it was also this cold-bloodedness that prevented her from acting against it. At least at first. While Clairvy longed for freedom, Peruere was convinced that, amid all the fighting and violence, she would make it until the end. Despite their differences, the two became fast friends, united by their knowledge of the truth. Clairvy told Peruere that she hoped to create a real family, where no one would be killed or sacrificed. There may have been a certain naivete to her ideas, but Clairvy proved her determination many times over. She tried countless times to run away, ask for help, or expose the truth. But her efforts only earned her beating after beating.
Jeez.
The only thing that kept her going was her strength of will. Even with her body racked with pain, she would still stand on her tiptoes and open the window at night. She and Peruere would look out at the moon together, a fierce longing for freedom shining in her eyes. But one day that light simply vanished.
Oh no. What happened?
Her hopelessness resulted from a culmination of things. 10 years had passed. 10 years worth of failure after failure. She and Peruere weren't children anymore, but finding any chance to escape still seemed as hopeless as ever. It was during this time that Peruere suggested a new plan. If escaping was out of the question, why not take down the very person sitting on top of this throne of lies?
Ooh.
Mother herself. Clairvy rejected that proposal. She claimed that, as a famous harbinger, Crucibina possessed an unimaginable amount of power. Trying to kill her would have an incredibly low chance of success. Clairvy never gave another reason, but Peruere could see it written all over her face. Clairvy still thought of Crucibina as her mother. Killing her own flesh and blood was a line she couldn't bring herself to cross.
Damn.
If she couldn't escape and fight back, then only one option remained.
Death.
Precisely. Death was the only way that she felt she could be free. It happened during a duel. When she arrived at the dueling ring that day, her partner turned out to be none other than Peruere. The very person that had stood by her side all those years. It was a fierce battle. But ultimately, Clairvy decided to let Peruere end her life.
Yeah.
From that moment on, Paraware's journey was one written in flames. When the rain finally came and washed it all away, there she
I
stood,
watched this. But,
the sole victor in Mother's endless game of slaughter. A trail of corpses strewn across her path to success. It was the very result she had predicted 10 years prior. Even then, she believed she would make it until the end. She wasn't surprised by the fact that she emerged as Mother's undisputed heir. Rather, her success left her with an inexplicable sense of restlessness. She was unsettled, and there was only one thing that could quell that sensation. Perhaps you two would like to take a guess as to what it was?
killing the person at the very top?
Crucibina, you mean? But...
Correct. This is the place where Paraware killed her best friend. A mere year later, this is also the place where she fought tooth and nail to kill the mother they shared. The moment she acted, any conception of what was right or wrong ceased to matter. It's one of the principles of the house. Only those who survive get to write the rules. Paraware won the battle, and became a harbinger herself. After which Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa, bestowed upon her a new name. Arlecchino.
So the Perry Clairvy was talking about... It was you all along. You're Paraware. Arlecchino is just a name you got later.
This is your story just as much as Clary's. And now, X years later, I'm going to fight against the Traveler.
I left that name behind long ago. I must say, hearing it now does bring back memories. After I defeated Crucibina, the moniker of Mother died with her. I chose to forego the title she called herself, and even chose to give up my own name. I rebuilt the House of the Hearth under a new identity. Not only as Arlecchino, but as father. And that is where the story ends. Any more questions?
The Clarivy we met, though. Who is she exactly?
Yeah. Based on what you just told us, Clairvy wasn't a little kid when she was killed. So the Clairvy we met... Was she really a spirit at all?
Indeed.
I suppose you could call her an illusion born of flame. Her existence is like ashes to a fire. Something left over in the wake of blaze and ruin. You see, a certain power runs through my veins. It's not unlike a curse. My flames leave behind shadows of anything they consume.
Does that include her mother?
The chances of those shadows morphing into a sentient entity are exceedingly slim.
Oh.
Clairvy is a very special case. Clairvy died when she was 16 years old. But what emerged from the flames was her 6-year-old self. Her appearance wasn't the only thing affected. Most of her memories were lost to the blaze as well.
Huh.
Memory
So you
is
just
a
bring people back?
mysterious thing indeed.
Very rare, but you can.
Losing a portion of your memories will alter your sense of self. Lose 10 years' worth, however, and it would be like living in the past. Like returning to a version of yourself that never grew up.
No wonder Paimon got such a weird feeling when we were talking to her.
Perhaps I should put it this way. Clairvy is someone trapped in time. It may seem like she exists with us in the present, but she truly lives in the confines of her own past.
So you want to free
So
her?
if all of that is true, then you must have known about Clairvy for a long time.
Indeed. She's a rather volatile and unstable entity. Sometimes she would look after the children. She's even saved some of their lives. But other times, she would hide from me and become obsessed with revealing the truth about the house to anyone who will listen. Shadows don't have the capacity to learn or grow. Any new information they encounter is quickly forgotten over time. Your attempts to expose Clairvy to sunlight. They failed, yes? The reason is actually quite simple.
Yeah,
In
I figured as
Clairvy's
much.
mind, the house is impossible
I
to
probably
escape.
shouldn't have watched it
And it is
short,
this very
because it
perception
gives away
that traps
so
her
much of
there.
this quest.
But no matter. All I have to do is kill her again, and all will be resolved. I don't anticipate so much as a single speck of ash will be left behind this time.
Wait! Paimon can understand why you might want her gone, but isn't there another way? So what if she's trapped in her 6-year-old self? She's still your friend! At least talk to her first!
It's too late for that. She broke the rules, and now she must be punished. That goes for Filial and Nantoy as well. She's had quite the effect on them. I hope you understand. The difference between Crucibina and myself lies in our formulation of the rules, not our policy for enforcing them. Upholding the rules without question is a trait we both share, because that is how a household should be run.
We're gonna throw it on right here.
Is this really what you want to do?
Oh wow, he's actually talking.
Whatever could you mean?
Don't you want to say a proper goodbye at least?
Whether as a killer or as a father, there are two things that must be avoided at all costs. Anger and sorrow.
Well, what was
Anger makes you
Perry?
impulsive.
Perry.
Sorrow causes you to waver. Well, it appears it's about time to proceed. Before we arrived, I told some of my well-behaved children to bring our troublemakers here by nightfall. I do believe I've kept my end of the deal. I give your friends quite a bit more time. As for what happens now, we'll just have to wait and see.
Whoop.
Here they are, Father.
Ah, you gonna execute him? Seeing something like that would actually be a first for me. Lenny!
Clairvy.
I'm sorry. I heard about how you helped buy us more time. But I still failed. I couldn't find a way to fulfill her wish.
Oh, she's still hiding in the shadow.
Huh? Are you... Perry?
Indeed, it's been a while, Clairvy.
Perry!
Shh. Stay right there. I'm sorry to postpone our reunion, but first, I believe certain scores need settling.
Cutscene? Oh.
Father, let me explain.
Out of my way.
Father!
Is she gonna kill him?
You chose to conceal a threat to the house. And for that, you must be punished.
Or am I gonna try to step in?
Overall, however, I suppose your wrongdoing is hardly the most egregious of the bunch, so I'll deal with your punishments later. As for right now, the more pressing concerns are the traitors among us.
By traitors?
Sus.
Do you mean us?
Father, let me explain. We didn't mean to...
Uh-oh.
Fultz, why don't you share what you heard?
Yes, Father. Secret Midnight Meeting number 3. Participants, Filial, Nantoy, Sato, Toddy. Nantoy clearly said, if only Father wasn't the one who took us in. Sato added, I'm sick of this life. I just want to live as a normal person. Filial was the worst of them all. She called us crazies and said a bunch of mean things about Father.
I did not!
Oh, well, you were saying
You're
things.
lying! Fultz is trying to frame us!
No, Filial.
It's not like I'm the only one who heard those things. After that, you and Toddy and a bunch of other people started talking about Clairvy. You were using all those things Clairvy brought up as an excuse to question Father. We're birds locked in a cage. The only way out is to destroy it. That's what you said, wasn't it?
You little... You just want me gone, don't you? What did I ever do to you, huh? And you, Sheplo, have you forgotten who stood by your sickbed, watched over you, and changed your dressings? Come on, let's hear it then. What's your reason for all this?
Principle.
You're wrong, Filial. We don't want you to die. You're our family.
Who was the one excited about the execution?
Liar. You wouldn't be doing this if that were the case. So why? Why have you backed us into a corner?
We all live in the House of the Hearth. You know the type of work we do, Filial. A single betrayal can cost dozens of us our lives. It's not like it's never happened before. That kind of thing is hard to forget.
Yes.
That's why the House of the Hearth cannot
Yeah.
tolerate any form of betrayal. Ever since we came to Poisson, you've had 7 secret meetings. A lot of the things you talked about really crossed the line.
You've been spying on us for half a month? Wait a second. Now that I think about it, the move to Poisson was just a way to make it easier to spy on us, wasn't it? Because we were all in one place. You've had this planned all along.
Filial, Nantoy, I'm sorry. I owe you both my life. I owe Clairvy too. If it weren't for all your help after I got poisoned, I wouldn't be standing here today. If this were any other situation, I would do anything to repay that kindness, even if it cost me my life. But rules are rules. I'm sorry. My hands are tied.
Why? Why?
That's enough, Filial.
Why
We
would I
made a
laugh?
mistake. And we should own up to it.
Yeah.
We broke the rules. Plain and simple. And now we have to face the consequences. I'm sorry, Chaplot. Fultz. I'm sorry, Father. We accept our punishment.
Chaplot, according to the rules of the House of the Hearth, how should these traitors be punished?
All those who betray the house pay with their lives.
And so it shall be.
She's not gonna kill them. This is how she's not gonna kill him, you know?
Father, please wait!
Something you want to say, Linny?
Uh-oh.
Please reconsider, Father. What Filial and the others did, does it really count as betrayal? We all come from broken families. From the very first day we joined the House of the Hearth, we wanted nothing more than to make it a real home. But the truth is, none of us know what a real home should look like. I'm not saying I have all the answers. All I know is this. Killing Filial and the others may uphold the rules, but doing so will only bring us further away from being a real family than we've ever been. So please, Father, please reconsider.
I agree with Linny.
Father, please.
Um,
Linny, you...
I also agree with Linny.
does the fight happen now?
An order once given cannot be rescinded. However, given the extent of your determination, I suppose we shall have to go about this a different way. Draw your weapons and face me.
Alright.
Our weapons?
Father, are you referring to a duel?
Precisely. The rules of the house will not be altered. Traitors must be punished. However, resolving disputes with a duel is also one of our rules, one that also applies to me. Demonstrate a sufficient showing of strength, and I shall offer a
I get to play as Arlecchino in this moment. That'd be cool
Wait.
as fuck.
Beat Father in a duel?
Impossible. Father is way too strong, even for Linny.
Scar's card drawn. Nice up his sleeve. Sarah. There's also no music.
Did you hear that, Traveler? Letting the others have to duel the knave. What should we do? Can they really win something like that? If they lose, those people from the house are really gonna be executed. Hey, are you listening?
I'm think. Is executing them really what she wants? The request.
Don't you want to say a proper goodbye at least?
Anger makes you impulsive. Sorrow causes you to waver.
Back then, she never actually answered my question. But that makes the answer pretty obvious, doesn't it?
Oh. Looking at that expression on her face, she seems really serious about this. Guess that means there's no chance she's throwing the duel on purpose, huh?
There's no way the knave will lose on purpose, although...
When guests are around, families are often on their best behavior. And any disputes are less likely to escalate.
When the time comes, make the choice that you deem most appropriate in the situation, and lend your help to the House of the Hearth.
Please let me
What's
throw
wrong,
down.
Traveler? Hey, where are you going?
Traveler?
I'd like to see for myself what the fourth of the Fatui Harbingers can do.
You're asking to join the duel against the knave?
If that's okay.
I'll allow it. We do have a ready-made dueling ring at our disposal, after all. All I would advise is this. Keep a firm grasp on your weapon, and give it your all. Any less, and you may just lose your life.
Alright, finally. Come on. I've been waiting. I'm fucking waiting. I've been waiting so long for this fucking fight to happen. There's been no fighting for 2 hours. My god. My goopy gamer brain needs fights. Oh, she's walking.
Closer now.
Oh! Hi.
There is no escape.
Why the hesitation?
Camera angle's nice. The lagging is less nice. Oh. Hold on. I'm gonna close some windows. Maybe that'll help. Like if I... what to close? Is that good enough? No, what the fuck? Okay. Task manager, tell me. Good enough, maybe?
Is it my turn now?
Maybe?
Illusion shattered.
Oh, jeez, can you please stop walking like that? Alright.
Hang in there.
Is it my turn now?
Shine down.
Now that's more like it.
Come on.
Closer now.
Let's close this. Anything else I can close? Hopefully that's enough.
Illusion shattered. Try to pace yourself.
Oh, you hit him in the face?
Spare your energy. Running is of little use.
After
Have a
clearing
taste of purgatory.
a bond of life, we were next charge of tap will release
Wonder
Scarlet
what bothers movements.
Light type.
Look at
Oh,
you.
oh,
Trapped like a bunch of helpless animals.
her voice is really cool.
Are you alright?
Yeah.
With these rising flames.
I just want to see your moveset. That's kind of why I'm just like
Insolent.
walking around.
Look at you. Trapped like
Ow.
a bunch of helpless animals.
Whatever.
Is it my turn now? Torn to oblivion. Not bad. You've proven to be a worthy opponent after all. Spare your energy.
Okay.
Running is of little use.
These two? Oh. Double wings. Cinder of Two Worlds Flames Pairware. Okay, that's not. That's more like a spider, yeah. Oh, what the fuck? I was ready.
Now's our chance.
Heal. I wasn't ready. Two sides. See?
Watch out for Father's movements.
Okay. Cool.
Illusion shattered.
I like the sniper.
Our bond is strong.
The sun and moon have set.
Now's our chance.
Over here.
Ow. I really like the way the camera angle is changing in this fight.
Stand with me.
I don't know. It feels a lot more open than
Illusion shattered.
usual.
Watch out for Father's movements.
Or like, I don't know, more like one-on-one. I don't know how else to describe it. Oh. Oh. Good block, Remedy. Now what?
You should know better than to crowd in one place.
Oh.
Oh, I know.
No! I'm sorry, Father!
Did she catch it? Oh, she
Sorry for what? This pitiful excuse for an attack.
Oh.
Father, no!
Made it out, did you? You're stronger than I expected.
Yeah. Same here. I did not expect this out of travel.
A crimson moon?
God. Emanator of the Hellenish.
Move.
Wait. It's been doing a lot of that, like, comic cut-in stuff. Oh?
Not strong enough to beat me.
Damn. Damn, that's cool. To see that, like, travelers, like, can't beat this person. What will happen now? He is number, what, 4, I think, in the Fatui Harbingers? I want to say. Also, she did kind of kill the previous Harbinger, too, so that's a show of strength, if nothing else. But it seems like it'll be done soon.
I believe we can end things here. It's not often that we get to enjoy the company of guests, after all. We wouldn't want things to get too out of hand. Brother, are you alright?
Lenny.
Given that I am the victor of this duel, as agreed, the punishment stands.
No!
I never thought things would end like this.
However, everyone involved in the duel demonstrated a remarkable level of strength and determination. In light of this, I'm prepared to change the method of execution.
I'm gonna have to spend the rest of our lives doing something?
Elwar, the bottled flames I gave you for safekeeping. Do you still have them?
Yes?
Oh,
I wasn't sure what they were for, but I've kept them super safe. I didn't lose a single one.
Wonderful. Then, in just a moment, I'll have you administer them.
Bottled flames?
Indeed. They're the product of a secret experiment. Under certain special circumstances, flames can be extracted from my person and preserved. Once ingested, searing pain will spread across every inch of your body. No harm will come to you physically, but your memories will be burned away.
Of the House of the Hearth?
If you can withstand the pain. When you awake, you'll have forgotten everything you know about the House of the Hearth.
Oh, that's what she was trying to figure out, a way to get them out. Oh, that's nice.
In other words, administering this concoction will kill the version of you that grew up in the house, and give you a new identity.
So that means the young man that I thought looked familiar, the one selling newspapers around outside the Palais Memorial, he must have been the same Aurore we saw on the list of executions. He wasn't killed at all. Oh, what I thought.
Memory is a mysterious thing indeed. Losing a portion of your memories will alter your sense of self.
No, if my understanding of the knave is right, she really thinks of that as killing him. The Aurore that lived in the House of the Hearth is dead. The one that remains is simply a normal person living out his life with his beloved. Even so, it's much better than actually ending their lives.
You're just letting us go, Father?
You misunderstand. Memories are extremely important. Once consumed by flame, the version of you standing before me will die, and our secrets will die with you. So no, I don't intend to just let you go, because the person who survives will be nothing but a stranger.
Even so, I won't have to live in fear anymore. I'm sorry, Father. I'm sorry I let you down. But I really...
Don't cry, Filial. You haven't left the house yet, so there are still rules to be followed, yes? Remember what I taught you. Anger makes you impulsive, sorrow causes you to waver. Don't let yourself be controlled by your emotions.
Of course. I'll remember.
Dry your tears, and go pursue the life you really want.
Yes, Father.
Chaplot, Foltz, Elwar. Take them back to Poisson. And bring Lenny and the others as well. I prepared 3 extra vials of bottled flames. As for whether to take them, the choice is yours.
I don't think they will.
Goodbye, children. The next time we meet, I will no longer be your father. Thank you for all you've done for the house. I hope you have bright futures ahead of you.
Father.
Wait,
Let's go.
if the traveler could not beat, uh, Arlecchino, it does not, or Perrier,
Grab my arm, Lemmy. I'll
it
help
does
you walk
not
back.
look good for trying to fight,
Thank
like,
you.
the doctor or whoever else.
Clairvy.
Are you gonna be able to step into the sun now? Oops. So just chair.
Can we talk now? I've been waiting for a super long time. You really are Perry, aren't you? I haven't seen you in so long. How come you're all grown up? Wait, did I somehow travel to the future on accident? Or am I dreaming? What a long dream.
Neither. You died, Clairvy. That's what happened.
Giving it to her straight, huh?
You could have at least sugarcoated it a little. Look, she's done speechless.
This really is Clairvy's younger self. Then I would say she's probably had enough lies.
Oh. Okay then. Huh? That's it? You accepted it just like that? Yep. If that's what Perry says happened, then I believe her. Perry wouldn't lie to me. Plus, I don't really need to know why I'm like this. I'm more curious about what happens in the future. If you're a harbinger now, Perry, that means Mother is gone, isn't she? Can you tell me about it? I want to know what happened to her. And to me.
You never stopped trying to defy fate. At first, no one believed you. You could only vent your frustrations to the moon. In fact, you often sought comfort in the night sky. You wanted to see the aurora, so one night we promised each other we would go to Snezhnaya to see it together. Later on, you tried to run away, but you were brought back each time. Mother spared your life, but it wasn't out of kindness. Instead, she decided to make an example of you by slowly torturing you over time. That way, the other children would know what happens to traitors. Still, you never gave up. Mother hoped that through ruthless duel after ruthless duel, she would be able to crown an ultimate victor among the children she raised. But you called on everyone to unite, to fight to a draw in order to reduce casualties. Your efforts may have only delayed the inevitable, but still. You gave them hope. You tried everything you could think of, but every attempt ended in failure. Still, you never turned your sword on Crucibina, and you never turned it on me. On that gloomy day, you told me, "For the last 16 years of my life, I've done everything I can to fight for freedom. But now, I realize that the only freedom I truly possess is the freedom to choose to die."
I never imagined I would say something like that. I must have been feeling really worn down. But somehow, I still think I understand. According to Mother's plan, only one of us was going to make it until the end. And I always hoped that person would be you. If I could do it all over again, I still don't think I would make a different choice. Even when I first met you, I knew you'd be able to do what I couldn't.
Is that so? Even now, I'm not sure I truly understand what kind of freedom you were trying to pursue. But as the head of the House of the Hearth, and as the children's father, I've tried to give them the most basic of freedoms. The freedom to choose their own fate. It's something I discussed with the Eudex of Fontaine. The children who want to leave the house will have their memories wiped clean of all secrets pertaining to the organization.
Oh, so that's
In return, they will be allowed to live a normal life in Fontaine without being prosecuted for their past. Of course, I won't simply hand freedom to them on a silver platter. They have to fight for it and prove only freedom that is earned has true value.
That's more than enough. That's exactly the kind of life I was fighting for. You know, Perry, I think you're a pretty amazing king, and a really great father, too. I'm really happy that you're the one who took over the house. I guess I do have one regret, though. I still haven't seen the outside world.
Well, it just so happens that our dear guests over here have been to many
I'm not
nations
saying
and
much.
traveled to
I don't know what
countless
to say.
places. Perhaps they would be willing to tell you what the outside world is like.
Really? Of course! We've traveled all over the place. We've got so many stories, we could probably talk your ears off for 3 days straight!
Well, let's talk about the Nation of Freedom.
You know, I used to dream of being a bard.
Because freedom,
Playing
right?
the lute while singing into the winds of freedom. Even if there was no one there to listen, I would have continued to sing no matter what.
Talk about Nation of Contracts.
That's where Mora comes from. I never knew that before. If I had some Mora, I would buy 3 new dresses. One for me, one for Perry, and one for Mother.
She's dead.
It's just too bad Perry doesn't like wearing dresses. And Mother, well, she probably wouldn't accept something like that either.
I can see her dead too, so.
I guess I'd just have to keep them all for me then. I could wear a different one every day.
Talk about the land of Electro.
Those yokai you mentioned, what do they look like? I once saw a drawing of this one guy with horns on his head and a super scary face. Are there
Oni.
any yokai like that? Oh, sounds like you're talking about an Oni. Yep, we've met one, and let Paimon tell you, they're not nearly as scary as they look.
Talk about the land of Dendro.
I was always too afraid to skip Mother's fighting lessons. But at the academia, I bet you could do all sorts of secret things in class. Things that have nothing to do with studying. I'm just kidding. Being able to study whatever you want without having to fear for your life actually sounds pretty great.
Tell Clary about all the various nations he visited. Eventually, the conversation returns to Fontaine, the nation
The
she once called
situation
home.
was super dangerous. Lenny and Lynette were accused of committing a crime, and they were going to have to stand trial at the Opera Epicles. Oh no, that must have been hard for all of you. What happened next? Don't worry, we were able to turn the situation around super quickly, all thanks to Detective Paimon, of course. How'd you do that? Come on, tell me. Okay, so it was like this. After the failed magic show, we rushed to the scene and...
Clary's listening really intently to Paimon's story about her time in Fontaine. She seems really happy, like all her troubles have been forgotten. Maybe this is the first time she's ever been able to truly relax. I'm not sure how long this moment can
Shadows
last.
don't have the capacity to learn or grow. Any new information they encounter is quickly forgotten over time.
As time passes, she'll probably forget everything we told her. Go back to being that scared little girl who can only hide in the shadows. Huh, I was so busy thinking. I almost didn't notice. The sun has risen. Is this the goodbye? I think so. Yeah.
Clairvy, you've worked tirelessly from the shadows to overthrow the House of the Hearth. Now,
There's something about this
by
cutscene
my
that looks
authority
different
as
in
the
the animation.
knave,
I don't know why.
I shall announce how this matter ends. You are hereby expelled from the House of the Hearth. You are no longer tied to this place, nor are you bound by its rules.
You're saying that I can finally leave? I get to experience the outside world as well? Oh, I almost forgot. There's no getting older for me. Still, seeing who you grew up to be makes me really happy, Parallel.
Let's just get into it now. Fuck.
Take care of yourself. Goodbye.
May we meet again someday.
Clairvy. She left so soon. Paimon didn't even get to finish her story.
I also have certain sentiments left unsaid. I wanted to tell her that the aurora I saw in Snezhnaya was just as beautiful as the ones in the pictures. But a shadow's memories reset at dawn. Had we delayed any longer, we wouldn't have had the time to say goodbye. Whatever regrets may linger, let them be lost to the coming of a new day.
Yeah.
Father?
It's Linny! Hey, Linny!
It's Lenny and the others. Oh, it's just Lenny. Why
What's
say
doing
that?
back here? Let's go check it out.
Is she gonna walk? Oh.
Father, the bottled flames have been administered. Filio and the others have left the house.
And you? What have you decided?
Thank you for giving us that choice, Father. But we never wanted to leave the house. It's the only home we've ever known. Lynette and Fremine feel the same way. They're recuperating back at the Hotel Bouffe d'été. But I decided to come back and tell you where we stood.
I'm sure you're well aware of the expectations I have for you. I want you to follow in my footsteps and become the next king of the house. Yet you seem to have different ideas.
He definitely wants to stay together with us
I
too.
must admit, I'm rather surprised by your decision to stay. There's nothing wrong with choosing to live a quiet life. Leading this organization is a heavy responsibility, one not so easily carried by someone forced onto the throne.
I just never understood what you saw in me. What made you believe I was deserving of that throne?
Would I have clued into this if I
You're
played his
brave,
story quest?
talented, and, most importantly, you cherish your family. You would do anything to protect them, even if it costs you your life.
Speaking up back there was so brave of you, Linny. It's all thanks to you that we were able to convince Father to back down.
You're a hero, Linny.
Hero. Father is the real hero. Had Father gone all out during the duel, there's no way I would have walked away with my life. She must have had it all planned from the beginning, from the very moment she suggested a duel. I'm not deserving of that title. I'm not strong enough, or smart enough.
All you need is Samara, buddy.
You're wrong. In my opinion, all you need to be deserving of the throne is conviction and the necessary strength to act on it.
Or
We may
that.
have different ideas of what it means to be a family, but you can hardly be said to lack conviction. What you truly lack is strength. For someone of your talent, though, that's something that will come with time. Even without that strength, you still chose to face me in a duel, even though the odds were stacked against you. That capacity to honor your convictions is what I truly see in you.
Father.
No one knows what the future holds, what tragedy or triumph may be in store. Being at the head of this organization requires the strength of will to face whatever comes. Caution will only hold you back. If reaching a certain standard were required to go after what you want, I would never have succeeded in killing my predecessor. Back then, there was still a considerable gap between our abilities. Strength may decide the ultimate victor, but those who let a lack of strength dictate their decisions or undermine their convictions will never be worthy of the throne.
I understand, Father. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Children must grow up to surpass their parents. Only then can a family continue to flourish. The road ahead is not an easy one, so I'll ask you one last time. Are you certain you want to stay?
You've done so much for me, Father, and that kindness must be repaid. Plus, with Project Stuja at hand, there are many dangers ahead, and I, for one, don't intend to back down. Protecting my family at all costs. That's my conviction.
Then you're welcome to stay. As for Project Stuja, you need not be too concerned. If those cowardly businessmen and heartless dignitaries try to take us down, I'm prepared to teach them a lesson. Having members who longed for the light was our organization's last weakness. With those members no longer among our ranks, the House of the Hearth is like a spider hiding in the shadows. We need only wait for our prey to come to us. At present, our imperative is to use their plan to our advantage. In doing so, a crimson moon shall rise amid the frigid blizzards of winter. No demonstration of loyalty shall go unrewarded, and no sacrifice shall be in vain. As for the two of you, whether we meet again as friend or foe, I'll remember the camaraderie we shared in this moment, no matter how arduous the journey ahead. I hope we both reach our desired destination.
Wait until 2 days. Okay. 1, 2. Now what? It's about done though, right? I don't know. Just explain my thoughts. God, this felt like there were enjoyable bits of dialogue. I'll say that, but I'll let it finish, I guess, before.
Didn't Linny say that
thoughts.
Lynette and Fremine were recovering at the Hotel Booth d'été? Oh, Paimon wonders how they're doing. Maybe we should go check on them.
They made this seem a lot bigger in the fight. That's what I'm saying right now. From above. Yeah.
Lynette? Fremine? How are you feeling?
Much better.
Whew, what a relief.
What about you? Are you feeling all right?
Mom, right is
I
right.
knew you'd come out unscathed. Us, on the other hand, well, we've been bedridden for 2 days.
I'm pretty sure both are better
I
than the
couldn't even
Traveler in
turn
terms of
over.
kit, but sure.
Oh, and I wanted to ask, is Clairvy gone? Linny and the other members have left Poisson and returned to the House of the Hearth. According to him, there haven't been any more sightings of a spirit roaming the house.
Her wish has been
I see.
fulfilled.
I'm glad.
Her wish has been fulfilled,
Father
yes.
came to check up on us 2 days ago and told us about what happened with Crusabina and Clairvy. Actually, I've met Crusabina before.
Wait,
Huh?
what? You've met the former knave?
Nani?
Crusabina died a year after Clairvy. It was during the year between their deaths that I joined the House of the Hearth. Crusabina had an extremely cruel and radical way of doing things. While she was alive, the atmosphere in the house was suffocating. When I joined, though, the experiment she valued so much had already come to an end, and all the people involved, dead and injured alike, were gone. Crucibina never talked about the past with us newcomers. A couple of months after I joined, Father killed Crucibina and burned all her files. With that, the names of all the people subjected to her experiments, Clairvy included, were lost to the flames, along with the painful memories they represented.
Father took in Lenny and me a couple months after that, but she never mentioned anything about Crucibina or Clairvy.
It really seems like something she was planning to keep to herself. The last time you talked to her, did she mention why she kept it a secret for so long?
She said she didn't want us to be affected by the darkness of the past. She was worried we'd develop a false sense of gratitude towards her if we knew about it. The foundation of a family should be free of any corrupting influence. Whatever happened in the past, it has nothing to do with who we are now. And that's what Father told us in the end.
That was a good invitation.
But I still thanked her for everything.
Yeah.
It was only after hearing about what Crucibina did that I finally realized how insignificant our lives could have been. The members of the house meant nothing to her. To say that she valued them in any way, even just as a tool, would probably be giving her too much credit. If Father hadn't taken over the House of the Hearth, I probably would have already...
Don't think about that.
Father rarely brings up the fact that she saved us. She doesn't believe that being indebted to her should be what ties us together. But even if we didn't owe her anything, we would still choose to stay. Because this is our home. We may have arguments or times when we feel wronged. Some people may even choose to leave. But as long as Father is here, we will always have a home.
Whether the path before us is bathed in sunlight or shrouded in shadow, we'll follow Father wherever she chooses to go. So I wanted to say thank you for helping us make it through this crisis. Without your help, we could have lost a lot more along the way.
Oh, we didn't do anything, really.
Just invite us back as guests. We'll
Of
call it even.
course. You're welcome anytime.
Are Filio and Nantoy okay?
I actually saw them at a cafe this morning. They didn't recognize me. From what I could tell, they were drinking coffee and talking about one of the operas that started running recently. They seemed happy. If I had to take a guess, I would say they finally found the kind of life they always wished for.
There we go. To be continued. That's it for that. Wall hearth. And now I unlock the boss fight, right? Yep. I'll just do it on my own time. I already did the fight once, so I can do it again. I'm not really... I just want to see what it looks like. Scattered ruins. Alright, I got a few constellations, I think. No, just one. Did I get anything for Lynette? I didn't really notice. I didn't get anything for Lynette. That's... well, that's a shame. I don't know what else to say to that. I'm not gonna do any more bowls, though. That's... if. Alright. That is the end of the Sora quest. Took 2 hours and 40 minutes. Give me my premium milligrams, thank you. How would I describe it? There were bits of dialogue I enjoyed. Trying to think of one off the top of my head. The dialogue with Child was interesting because it was like, oh, okay, so it was just like what he heard. he didn't really see that firsthand about the whole betrayal stuff. So that was interesting. But overall, it was a bit of a slugfest, a bit of a slog, if I'd had to say it myself, because god damn, I don't know, man. There's none of the dialogue was dialogue that felt like I had an actual choice. It was just like this, that, and I can't deal with it as much anymore, especially after just playing. I'm gonna keep comparing it inevitably, like comparing it to Honkai Star Rail, where like there's choices which have more variety and personality and just stuff. Or even like with the Clara companion mission, where there's an end choice that feels like something significant, something I actually thought about for a bit. So Genshin lacks that for me. Yeah, it lacks a lot of stuff for me. The weapon banner is a fucking scam. The Lyco banner is 7525. Whew, so nice. Except when you lose, then it feels awkward. But there's so much stuff. I enjoyed the story of the companion story quest, but I don't know. All that just to get to one fight. That's fine, I guess, but I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of it. Not Miora, at least. With Fontaine, there was at least a trial stuff, which let you kind of engage in some level of active thinking. But this is just, it was cool to see that Arlecchino intends for Lyney to be the king. Though I do wonder if I played the quest for Lyney's story quest, if I would have seen it. So yeah. Anyway, I'll watch her character demo, so at least it ends on something on a bit more of a cinematic note, I suppose. Alright. This
Legend has it that long ago,
lullaby.
the long nights were the den of dangers untold.
Inazuma? What's she doing in Inazuma?
The children would huddle at home and light the hearth, awaiting the adults' return.
Okay, she's just going across all the regions. That was Samara. I think at the start was Mondstadt, right? Oh.
A spark cannot shatter all shadows until it sets all ablaze. Or else, to the other end of light, lie still bleak shades.
Oh, you're dead. Oh. I did not expect this from songs. Who's next to die? Who's on the list? Family? Okay. Every time I say the family, I keep thinking of Pentagon, man. Or was the from the previous iteration of the House of the Hearth? Or... Oh. Oh, he's dead. How does the moon thing work?
I hear that the children love to play by the fireplace. So let us continue to use the name House of the Hearth. Still, its flame is no longer needed. For you have the strength to defend yourselves.
Cool. Neat trailer. I don't know what else to say about that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if this is like hardcore bias or Genshin fatigue or what, but demo was neat. I like the song. I wonder if the children singing were from her past in the House of the Hearth or the current iteration. Either way, it was cool to see Traveler lose. Cause god damn, it is hard to justify the okay. Fighting against Raiden Shogun, granted, was with the help of all of the visions coming together. So that I guess makes sense. But I don't know, being able to beat like so many fucking whatever. It's just like the gameplay kit does not match up with the lore or how the game tries to portray the traveler in terms of their combat ability. It's just so disparaging. Whatever though. I don't know. They'll do what they want. I don't really have any say or power in what they do. They'll make Dia shit. God, I put so much effort into getting her and her weapon, and it's just bleh. The damage I wanted was not there. The one benefit is that she's a standard character, so maybe I can get more constellations, but still. Anyway, whatever. That's it. Like, had fun-ish. I enjoyed some aspects. I tried to at least stay somewhat engaged with the story, so I got the gist, or I got what was happening. But yeah, it does make me curious if they'll recycle the Arlecchino boss fight, but for a point where the Traveler wins or not, or if that will just never happen as a fight in general, and then just who knows what. I don't know. That's about it though. Goodbye. When I stream again, it'll probably just not be, it'll probably not be Genshin, I'll be honest. It'll probably be like Honkai Star Exploration or Persona 3 Reload or whatever. Not this. Not this. Yep, that's about it.